Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namini Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vaśyanti Vishadadi Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Śrīvāsadi Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Śrīvāsadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Rama Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram 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 Hare Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram Ram Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Ram Ram Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Ram. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Re 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 Krishna Re Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re Re Hare Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Re Re Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Re 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 Krishna Hare Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna Re Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Re Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Re Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Re Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Re Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Re Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Re Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Re Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Re Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Re Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Re Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Re Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Re Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Re Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Re Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Re Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Re Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Re Re Re, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Ram 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna, dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. Vansha kalpatarubhasya kripa sandubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnava vrinda ki jai. Om ajnanaतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I forgot to bring my Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu book to Fort Lauderdale, so we will read something else today from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Today is a very auspicious day. It is Shri Rukmini Dwadasi Tithi, the divine appearance day of Srimati Rukmini Devi, who is an expansion of Srimati Radharani. So, let us read one chapter from Granthara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 10th Canto. But before that, let us chant a couple of Ashtakams. Shri Guru Ashtakam by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. संसार दावान ललीढ़ लोक तरणय कारुण्य घन घनत्वं प्राप्तस्य कल्याण गुणार्णवस्य वंदे गुरो श्री चरणारविंदं महाप्रभु कीर्तन नृत्य गीत वादित्रमाध्यान् मनसोरसेन रोमाञ्चकम्पाश्रुतरंग भाजो वंदे गुरो श्री चरणारविंदं श्री विग्रह आराधन नित्य नाना श्रृंगार तन्मंदिर मार्जनादो युक्तस्य भक्तांश्च नियुञ्जतोऽपि वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दं चतुर्विध श्री भगवत्प्रसाद स्वादन्न तृप्तान् हरिभक्तसङ्गान् कृत्वैव तृप्तिं भजत सदैव वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् श्रीराधिका माधवयोरपार माधुर्यलीला गुणरूपनाम्नां प्रतीक्षणास्वादनलोलुपस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दं निकुञ्जयोनुरतिकेलिसिद्धे यायालिभेर्योक्तिरपेक्षणीया तत्रादिदक्षदतिवल्लभस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दं यस्य प्रसादात् साक्षात् हरित्वेन समस्तशास्त्रैरुक्तस्तथा भाव्यत एव सद्भिः किन्तु प्रभोर्या प्रिय एव तस्य वंदे गुरो श्री चरणारविंदम यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत्प्रसादो यस्या प्रसादान्न गति कुतोऽपि ध्यायन् स्तुवंस्तस्य यशस्त्रिसन्ध्यां वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविंदम श्रीमद्गुरोरष्टकमेतदुच्चैः ब्राह्मे मुहूर्ते पठति प्रयत्नाद्यस्तेन वृन्दावननाथ साक्षात् सेवैव लभ्य जनुष्वन्त एव श्री शिक्षाष्टकम् चेतोदर्पणमार्जनं भवमहादावाग्निनिर्वापणं श्रेयकैरवचन्द्रिकावितरणं विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृतास्वादनं सर्वात्मस्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्णसङ्कीर्तनं नाम्नामकारि बहुधा निज सर्वशक्तिस्तत्रार्पिता नियमितस्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवमिदृशं इह जनिनानुराग तृणादपि सुनिचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना मानिन मानदेन कीर्तनीय सदा हरि न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवताद्भक्तिरहैतुकी त्वयि अयि नन्दत्तनुजा किङ्करं पतितं मां विषमे भवाम्बुधो कृपया तव पादपङ्कजस्थितधूलिसदृशं विचिन्तय नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गद्गदरुद्धया गिरा पुलकैर्निचितं वपु कदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति युगायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्रावृशायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे आश्लिष्य वा पादरतां पिनष्टु माम् अदर्शनान् मर्महतां करोतु वा यथा तथा वा विदधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनाथस्तु स एव नापरा प्रभुर शिक्षाष्टक श्लोक जय पढ़े शूने कृष्ण प्रेम भक्ति तार बाड़े दीने दीने राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोर युगल किशोर जीवने मरणे गति यार नाही मोर कालिंदीर कुले केली कदम्बे रवाना रतना बेडीर ऊपर बोसाबो दुई जाना श्यामा गौरी अंगे दीबो चंदनेर गंध चामर डोलाबो कहबे हेरी मुख चंद्र गाथिया माल तिरमाला दिबो दोहार गले अधरे तुलिया देबो
कर्पूरताम्बूले ललिता विशाखा आदि যত সখী বৃন্দ আজ্ঞায় করিব সেবা চরণারবিন্দ শ্রীকৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভুর দাসেরানুদাস সেবাভিলাষ করে নরোত্তম দাস। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Reading from Granthara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 60. Lord Krishna teases Queen Rukmini. Because today is Rukmini Dwadasi, let's read this chapter, chapter 60, from the 10th canto of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Again, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 10.60. Lord Krishna teases Queen Rukmini. Text 1. श्रीबादरायणीरुवाच कर्हिचित् सुखम् आसीनं स्वतल्पस्थं जगद्गुरुं पतिं पर्यचरद् भैष्मी व्यजनेन सखी जनैः. All translations and purports are by the humble disciples of our beloved founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, Srila Bhai Charana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. Translation: Shri Badarayani, means Shri Shukdev Goswami, said to Maharaj Parikshit, once, in the company of her maidservants, Sakhi Janai, Queen Rukmini, she is addressed in this verse as Bhishma, the daughter of Bhishmak Maharaj. Bhishma, Shri Rukmini Devi, was personally serving her husband Kṛṣṇa, who is the spiritual master of the universe. He is Jagat Guru. In this verse, Krishna is referred to as Jagat Guru. Swadalpastham Jagat Gurum Patim Paryacharad. She was worshipping and serving her husband, who is Jagat Guru, Krishna, by fanning him as Krishna relaxed on the bed. Purport: Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur poetically notes that in this chapter, Shri Rukmini Devi is like fragrant camphor crushed on the grinding stone of Lord Krishna's speech. In other words, the lovely chaste qualities of Queen Rukmini will become manifest as a result of Lord Krishna's apparently insensitive words, just as campher's fragrance becomes manifest when granules of camphor are crushed by a grinding stone. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Acharya further points out that Srimati Rukmini Devi is personally serving Lord Krishna because he is Jagat Guru, the spiritual master of the universe, and Patim, her husband. Text 2. Yas etallilaya vishvam srijat atti avat ishvaraha sahi jataha swasetunam gopithaya yadush ajaha. The unborn Aja, personality of Godhead, Krishna, the supreme controller, who creates, maintains, and then devours this universe simply by his play, took birth among the Yadus to preserve his own laws. Dharma Samsthapanarthaya. He is Dharma Gupta. He is Ishwar. He is the protector of the dharmic principles. And he came as a Yadu, even though he is Aja. And he does Vishwam Srijat Atti Avati. He maintains, creates, maintains, and destroys this Vishwam Leelaya, as if it is just some play that Krishna had come to protect the religious principles. In the interest of time, we will not be reading the purports anymore. Text 3 to 6. Tasmin antargrihe bhrajan mukta dama vilambina विराजिते वितानेन दीपैर्मणि मयैरपि मल्लिकादामभिः पुष्पैर्द्विरेफ कुलनादिते जालरन्ध्र प्रविष्टैश्च गोभिश्चन्द्रामसोमलैः पारिजातवनामोद वायुनोद्यानशालिना धूपैरगुरुजयराजन् जालरन्ध्रा विनिर्गताैः पयः फेन निभे शुभ्रे पर्यङ्के कशिपुत्तमे उपतस्थे सुखासीनं जगतामीश्वरं पतिम्. Queen Rukmini's quarters were extremely beautiful. Queen Rukmini's palace was extremely beautiful, boasting a canopy hung with brilliant strings of pearls, as well as effulgent jewels serving as lamps. Garlands of jasmine and other flowers hung here and there, attracting swarms of humming bees, and the spotless rays of the moon shone through the holes of the lattice windows. As Aguru incense drifted out of the window holes, my dear King Parikshit, the breeze wafting the scent of the Parijat grove carried the mood of a garden into the room. There, Queen Rukmini served her husband, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna of all the worlds, the Lord of all the worlds, as he reclined upon an opulent pillow on her bed, which was as soft and white as the foam of milk. Text 7. Valavyjanam adaya ratna dandam sakhikarat tena vijayati devi upasam chakra ishwaram. From her maidservant's hand, goddess Rukmini Devi took a yak hair fan with a jeweled handle, and then Queen Rukmini began to worship her master by fanning him. Sopachutam kvanayati mani nupurabhyam Sopachutam kunayati maninupurabhyam rejenguliyavalaja vyajanagrahasta vastranta gudha kuchakum kumashonahara bhasa nitamba dhritaya cha parardhya kancha. Shri Rukmini Devi's hand, adorned with rings, bangles, and the chamar fan, Queen Rukmini looked resplendent standing near Lord Krishna. Her jeweled ankle bells tinkled and her necklace glittered, reddened by the kumkum, which were she was wearing very beautiful sari, and she was wearing a very priceless belt. Purport: Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Maharaj points out that as Queen Rukmini Devi fanned Lord Krishna with broad strokes of the fan, the jewels and gold on her beautiful limbs resounded with her effort. Text 9. Tam rupinim striyamananyagatim niriksha yalilaya dhritatanoranurupa rupa prita smayan alaka kundala nishka kantha Vaktrolasat smita sudham harirabhabhashe. As he contemplated her, the goddess of fortune herself, who desires only him, Lord Krishna smiled. Lord Krishna is looking at Rukmini, seeing her chastity, and he smiled. Lord Krishna assumes various forms to enact his pastimes, and he was pleased that the form the goddess of fortune had assumed was just suitable for her to serve as his consort. Her charming face was adorned with curling hair, earrings, a locket on her neck, and the nectar of her bright, happy smile. Lord Krishna then spoke to Sri Rukmini Devi as follows. Very beautiful purport. Srila Sridhar Swami has quoted an interesting verse spoken by Sri Parashar Muni in Sri Vishnu Puran. Devatve deva deheyam manushyattve cha manushi Vishnor dehanurupam vai karot eshatmanastanum. When Lord Krishna appears as a demigod, she, the goddess of fortune, takes the form of a demigoddess. And when Krishna takes a human form, the form of a human being, she, the goddess of fortune, takes a human like form. Thus, the body the goddess of fortune assumes matches the one that Lord Vishnu takes. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur adds that as Lord Krishna is even more beautiful than the Lord of Vaikuntha, Lord Krishna's consort, Sri Rukmini Devi, is even more attractive than the goddess of fortune in the Vaikuntha world. And the original form is Krishna of Vrindavan, Aradhya Bhagwana Vrajesha Tanayas. And the original form of all the goddesses of fortune is Srimati Radharani. Munindra Vrinda Vandite Triloka Shoka Harini Prasanna Vaktra Pankaje Nikunja Bhu Vilasini Vrajendra Bhanu Nandini Vrajendra Sunu Sangate Kada Karishyasi Hamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam. Govinda Nandini Radha Govinda Mohini Govinda Sarvasva Sarva Kanta Shiromani. Sarva Kanta Shiromani Srimati Radharani, the source of Satyabhama, Rukmini, and other goddesses of fortune, source of Lakshmi Devi, is Srimati Radharani. So the Krishna of Vrindavan, who is our Aradhya Dev, is most attractive. And his eternal consort in the original form as Vrindavaneshwari Srimati Radharani is the most beautiful form. Text 10. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Now Lord Krishna is speaking to his wife, Shri Rukmini Devi. Raja Putripsita Bhupair Lokapala Vibhutibhi Mahanubhave Śrīmad-Bhī Rūpaudarya Balorjitaihi. Lord Krishna, the Supreme Lord, said, My dear Princess Rukmini, you were sought after by many kings as powerful as the rulers of the planets. They were all abundantly endowed with political influence, wealth, beauty, generosity, and physical strength. Text 11. Tan praptan arthino hitva chaidyadin smaradurmadan datta bhratra swapitra cha kasmano vivrishe saman. Since your brother Rukmi and father Bhishmak offered you to them, why did you reject the king of Chedi, Shishupal, and all those other suitors who stood before you maddened by lust? Why instead did you choose me, who am not at all your equal? Text 12. Rajabhyo bibhyata subhru samudram sharanam gatan balavadbhi krita dveshan prayastyakta nripasanan. Terrified by those kings like Shishupal, Jarasandha, O lovely broad one, O Rukmini Devi, we took shelter in the ocean. Samudram Sharanam Gatan. We took shelter in the ocean. We have become enemies of powerful men, and we practically abandoned our royal throne. Text 13. Aspashta vartmanan pumsam aloka pathamiyusham asthitah padavim subhru praya sidanti yoshitah. O fine broad lady, women are usually destined to suffer when they stay with men whose behavior is uncertain and who pursue a path not approved by society. Text 14. Nishkinchana vayam shashvan nishkinchana janapriyah tasma tasmat prayena adhya mam bhajanti sumadhyame. We have no material possessions, or kinchan, and we are dear to those who are similarly having nothing. I am dear to people like Sudama, the sannyasis who have nothing. Therefore, O slender one, the wealthy hardly ever worship me. Purport. Like the Lord, his devotees are uninterested in material sense gratification, being awakened to the superior pleasure of Krishna consciousness. Those who are intoxicated by material wealth cannot appreciate the supreme wealth of the kingdom of God. Hare Krishna. Text 15. Yayoratma samam vittam janmaishwaryar kritir bhavah tayor vivaho maitri cha nottamadhamayo kvachit. Marriage and friendship are proper between two people who are equal in terms of their wealth, birth, influence, physical appearance, and capacity for good progeny, but never between a superior and an inferior. Purport. Persons of superior and inferior qualities may live together in a relationship of master and servant or teacher and student, but marriage and friendship are proper only between those of equal status. The word bhava in the context of marriage indicates that a couple should have similar capacity to produce good offspring. Lord Krishna here presents himself as materially unqualified. In fact, the Lord does not have any material qualities. He lives in pure spiritual existence. Thus, all the Lord's opulences are eternal and not of the flimsy mundane sort. Text 16. Vaidarbhi tadavidnyaya tvaya dirgha samikshaya vrita vayam gunairhina bhikshubhi shlaghita muda. O Vaidarbhi, O Rukmini Devi, not being farsighted, you didn't realize this, and therefore you chose us as your husband, even though we have no good qualities and are glorified only by deluded beggars. Text 17. Athatmano nurupam vai bhajasva kshatriyarshambam yenatvam ashisha satya ihamutra cha lapsyase. Now you should definitely accept a more suitable husband, a first-class man of the royal order, who can help you achieve everything you want, both in this life and the next. Purport. Lord Krishna continues to tease his beautiful wife, trying to provoke her loving anger. Text 18. Chaidya shalvo jarasandha dantavakradayo nripa mama dvishanti vamoru rukmi chapi tavagrajah. Kings like Shishupal, Shalva, Jarasandha, and Dantavakra all hate me, O beautiful thighed one. And so does your elder brother Rukmi. Text 19. Tesham viryamadaandhanam driptanam smayanuttaye anitasi maya bhadre tejo paharata satam. It was to dispel the arrogance of these kings that I carried you away, my good woman, for they were blinded by the intoxication of power. My purpose was to curb the strength of the wicked. So Krishna is saying, I did not kidnap you and marry you because I love you. I carried you away and married you simply because I wanted to teach a good lesson to these arrogant kings. Hare Krishna. Text 20. Udasina vayam nunam nastri apatyartha kamukaha atma labdhyasmahe purna gehayor jyotir akriyaha. Krishna is saying, I care nothing for wives, children, and wealth. Always satisfied within myself. I do not work for body and home, but like a light, I merely witness. Jyoti akriya. I am just witnessing like a jyoti, but I am not attached to my wives, children, wealth. Krishna is telling Rukmini. Text 21. Shri Shuka uvacha etavad uktva bhagavan atmanam vallabhamiva manyamanam avishleshat tadarpagna uparamat. Sri Shukdev Goswami said, Rukmini had thought herself especially beloved by Lord Krishna because he never left her company. By saying these things to her, he vanquished her pride and then he stopped speaking. Hare Krishna. Krishna said, oh, you go, you marry one of them, go marry Shishupal. Why did you marry me? You should have listened to your brother who hates me. Actually, I did not marry you because I love you. I married you because I wanted to just teach a good lesson to your brother and to these wicked kings like Jarasandha and Shishupal and Shalva and Dantavakra. Text 22. Imagine how Rukmini Devi will feel, Vichari. Iti triloke shapate stadatmanaha priyasya devi ashruta purvam apriyam ashrutya bhitaridijata vepathushchintam durantam rudati jagamaha. Hare Krishna. Goddess Rukmini had never before heard such unpleasantries from her beloved husband, the Lord of all the universal rulers. And she became Bhita. She became frightened, Bhita. A tremor arose in her heart by hearing this apriyam, these unpleasant words of Krishna. Ashrutya, after hearing them, Ridhi Jata Vepathu. Her heart started trembling. She got palpitations. And Chintam, in great terrible anxiety, she began to cry. Durantam Rudati. Rudati. She started crying. Rukmini Devi. Today is Rukmini Dwadasi, her divine appearance day. She started crying. Trilokesh Pati, her husband who is Trilokesh, Lord of the three worlds. When he spoke like this, her heart started palpitating. She became very afraid, filled with anxiety, and began crying. How can Krishna say like this, that you go away? He's telling me. He says he doesn't love me. She started crying. Text 23. Pada sujate nanakharuna shriya bhuvam likhant ashrubiranjana sitaihi asinchati kumarushitaustanau tasthavadhomuk ati dukkharuddhavak. With her tender foot, effulgent with the reddish glow of her nails, Sri Rukmini Devi scratched the ground. She started looking down. She didn't know what to do. She just looked at the ground and with her toenail she started scratching the floor. Tears darkened her eye makeup. The mascara her tears came in her eyes and sprinkled her kumkum covered body. The tears started falling on her body. There she stood, face downward, her voice choked up with extreme sorrow. Ati dukkha, ruddhavak, ruddhavak. Her voice choked up. Vak means voice, choked up. Ati dukkha, with too much grief. Text 24. Tasyasu dukkha bhayashok vinashta buddh. Tasyasu dukkha bhayashok vinashta buddher. Hastachal hastachlathad वलयतो व्यजनम पपात देहश्च विक्लवधिया सहसैव मुह्यं मुह्यन् रम्भेव वायुविहतो प्रविकीर्य केशान्. Shri Rukmini's mind was overwhelmed with unhappiness, fear, and grief. Her bangles slipped from her hand, and the fan fell from her hand to the ground. Remember, she had taken a chamar from her maid's and she was fanning Krishna. That fan fell from her hand. She became filled with unhappiness, fear, and grief. In her bewilderment, she suddenly fainted. She became murchit. She fainted. Her hair scattered all about as her body fell to the ground like a plantain tree, banana tree, blown over by the wind. Hare Krishna. She fell down unconscious like a tree uprooted by a hurricane. Purport. Shocked by Lord Krishna's words, Shri Rukmini Devi could not understand that Krishna was only teasing her. And thus she displayed these ecstatic symptoms of grief, which Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Maharaj characterizes as sattvic ecstasies, sattvic bhav, ranging from becoming stunned to dissolution. 25. She thought now she will be deprived of Krishna's association. And shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahena. Everything becomes zero if Krishna is not there. And she just became stunned and then collapsed, fainted. Text 25. Tadrishtva bhagavan Krishna priyaya prema bandhanam hasya praudhim ajanantya karuna sonvakam pata. Seeing that his beloved was so bound to him in love, priyaya prema bandhanam, seeing the prem bandhan, seeing how Rukmini was bound to him in love, that she could not understand the full meaning of his teasing. Ajanantya, she did not understand hasya, that he was just joking with her. Nicely, they are in the palace, husband and wife, Rukmini and Krishna. Krishna is lying down on her bed and she's serving him, fanning him, she's smiling, she's looking beautiful. Krishna is looking at her smiling, and suddenly naughty Krishna decides to tease his wife. And he teases Rukmini. You go marry someone else. All your desires will be fulfilled. I have nothing. And besides, I don't love you also. I just kidnapped you because I wanted to teach a good lesson to these enemies of mine. And Rukmini suddenly faints. Her fan falls from her hand. She becomes stunned. Tears come in her eyes. Her makeup gets washed away by her tears and she just becomes unconscious, falls on the ground, her hair scattered everywhere. Hare Krishna. Because she could not understand that Krishna was only doing hasyaras. He was only joking with her. This is the nature of deep love. The love is so deep that you take everything very seriously. And Krishna saw this, that she was in Prem Bandhan. She was bound to him with so much love. And therefore, Karunaha Saha Anvakampata. Krishna felt great mercy and compassion on her. Hare Krishna. 26. Paryankadavaruyashu tam उत्थाप्य चतुर्भुजः केशान् समूह्य तद्वक्त्रम् प्रामृजत् padmapanina. Now Krishna was so touched by Rukmini's natural love for him and her response, which was out of love, That Krishna, who is two-armed, now suddenly needed help from two extra arms. He had to call in his Chaturbhuj form. So Lord Krishna quickly got down from the bed, manifesting four arms. No, two arms are not enough for Krishna. He had to manifest four arms. With two arms, he picked her up. With one arm, he gathered her hair. Her hair was scattered everywhere. So he moved the hair from her face. And with the fourth arm, he caressed her face. So in this way, he had to manifest four arms. Purport. Lord Krishna manifested four hands, so he could do all of these things simultaneously. Because two hands required to pick up, one hand to move her hair, and the other hand to gently touch her cheek. Are you okay, Rukmini? Are you okay? Like that. 27, 28 verses. Pramrijashru-kale netre sthanau chopa hatau shucha आश्लिष्य बाहुना राजन् अनन्या विषयां सतीं सान्त्वयामास सान्त्वज्ञ कृपया कृपणां प्रभुः हास्य प्रौढि भ्रमचित्ताम् अतद् अर्हां सतां गतिः. Wiping her tear-filled eyes and her body, which was stained by tears of grief, the Supreme Lord Krishna, who is the goal of his devotees, embraced his chaste wife, Rukmini Devi, who desired nothing but him. O King Parikshit, expert in the art of pacification, Sri Krishna tenderly consoled pitiable Rukmini, whose mind was bewildered by his clever joking and who did not deserve to suffer so. Text 29. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha मामा वैदर्भी असूयेथा जाने त्वां मत्परायणां त्वद्वचः श्रोतु कामेन क्ष्वेल्यार्चरितम् अंगने. The Supreme Lord Krishna said, O Vaidarbhi, do not be displeased with me. I know that you are fully devoted to me. I only spoke in jest, dear lady, because I wanted to hear what you would say. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Lord Krishna spoke the present verse because he thought that lovely Rukmini might be afraid he would again say something to disturb her. Krishna thought that Rukmini's thinking is afraid that I will again now continue joking, or that she might be angry at what he had done. So he's telling her, don't be displeased with me, don't be displeased with me. Mama Vaidarbhi Asuyetha. Don't be displeased with me, please. I was only joking. Text 30. Mukham cha prema samrambha sfuritadharam ikshitum katakshe paruna pangam sundarabhru kuti tatam. I also wanted to see your face with lips trembling in loving anger, the reddish corner of your eyes throwing sidelong glances, and the line of your beautiful eyebrows knit in a frown. These are Krishna's desires. This is what he wants to see. I wanted to see your face with lips trembling in loving anger. He wanted to see her in Man. But Man, you see in Vrindavan. This Man, Krishna will not get from Rukmini. Rukmini is very submissive. She'll cry. She'll faint. But Man, then he has to come to Manini, Srimati Radharani, Lalita Sakhi. That's where he gets this. I wanted to see your face with lips trembling in loving anger, the reddish corners of your eyes throwing sidelong glances, and the line of your beautiful eyebrows knit in a frown. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains here that normally, by Lord Krishna's transcendental desire, his pure devotees reciprocate with him in such a way that they satisfy his spiritual desires. But Rukmini's love was so strong that her unique mood predominated, her sthai bhav predominated in this situation, and thus, instead of becoming angry, which is a vyabhichari bhav, instead of becoming angry, she fainted and fell to the ground. Far from displeasing Krishna, however, she increased his transcendental ecstasy by exhibiting her all encompassing love for him. So Krishna wants to see something, and Rukmini showed something even more beautiful. Rukmini Devi exceeded Krishna's expectations. Text 31. Ayam hi paramo labho griheshu grihamedhinam yannarmayriyate yama priyaya bhrubhamini priyaya bhirubhamini. The greatest pleasure worldly householders, grihamedis, can enjoy at home is to spend time joking with their beloved wives. My dear timid and temperamental wife, Krishna is telling. Bhiru means timid and Bhamini means temperamental one. The word Bhamini indicates an anger, passionate, temperamental woman. Since lovely Rukmini did not become angry despite all provocation, Lord Krishna is still speaking facetiously. Text 32. Shri Shuka Uvacha Saivam Bhagavata Rajan Vaidarbhi Parisantvita Nyatva Tat Parihasoktim Priyatyaga Bhayam Jahau. Shri Shukdev Goswami said, O King Parikshit, Queen Vaidarbhi, Rukmini, was fully pacified by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna and understood that his words had been spoken in jest. Thus, she gave up her fear that her beloved would reject her. Tyagu Bhayam, she gave up her fear. Bhayam Jaho, Bhayam Jaho, she gave up her fear that Priya Tyaga, that her husband is going to, Krishna is going to reject her. She gave up this fear. Bhayam Jaho, gave up her fear. 33. Babhasha Rishabham Pumsam Vikshanti Bhagavan Mukham Savridaha Saruchira Snigdha Pangena Bharata. Smiling bashfully as she cast charming, affectionate glances upon the face of Lord Krishna, who is the best of the males. He is Rishabha Pumsam. He is the Rishabha Pumsam, the best. Rishabh means best among all the Pumsa, all the males. Rukmini spoke the following, O descendant of Bharat, O Parikshit Maharaj. Rukmini now spoke to Krishna. Shri Rukmini Roacha. Shri Rukmini Ovacha. Nanvevameta Daravind Vilochana Yadvai Bhavan Bhagavato Sadrishi Vibhumnaha Kwasve Mahimni Abhirat. No, sorry. Nannevameta Vilochanaha Yadvai Bhavan Bhagavato Sadrishi Vibhumnaha Kwasve Mahimni Abhirato Bhagavams Triadhisha Kwaham Guna Prakritira Nagrihita Pada. Grihita Pada. Shri Rukmini said, actually, what you have said is true, O lotus-eyed one, O Arvindaksha. Arvinda Vilochana. O lotus-eyed one, what you said is true. I am indeed unsuitable for the Almighty Personality of Godhead. What comparison is there between the Supreme Lord, who is the master of the three primal deities and who delights in his own glory, and myself, a woman of mundane qualities, whose feet are grasped by fools? See the bhav. Krishna's teasing Rukmini that you should have married Shishupal after all. I am not qualified for you. And you should not have married me. And Rukmini is saying, what you are saying is right. Rukmini will never say, Krishna, what you are saying is wrong. Because she has Dakshin Bhav. She has submissive bhav. There is the leftist mood of Srimati Radharani, where Radharani will go in man, and then there is the submissive mood, the Dakshin bhav, Vamya bhav and Dakshin bhav. But Rukmini Devi has Dakshin bhav. She has submissive, so she will never say, Krishna, what you said was wrong. What you said is nonsense. Go away. No. She'll say, oh no, Krishna, what you said is right. You said we should not have gotten married. You are right. We should not have gotten married because I don't deserve you. She's saying the opposite way, that I don't deserve you. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You have no comparison. You are Asamurdva. You are Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord. And Tri Adhisha, you are the Lord of the Tri Adhisha. Even Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh are under your control. Ko aham, and who am I? Guna Prakriti. I have got Prakrit Guna. I have got material qualities. As far as people running after me, people like Shishupal wanting to marry me, well, I am just an ordinary woman with material qualities, and my feet are being uh, chased after by fools. Nothing great in that. So she completely uh, dismisses Krishna's glorification of her. Let's read the purport. Srila Sridhar Swami lists the faults Lord Krishna had described in himself that he claimed disqualified him from being Rukmini's husband. These include incompatibility, fearfulness, taking shelter in the ocean, quarreling with powerful, abandoning his kingdom, uncertainty as to his identity. अरे गोपाल है कि क्षत्रिय है? Is he a Vaishya or Kshatriya? Uncertainty about his identity, acting against ordinary standards of behavior, having no good qualities, being praised falsely by beggars, aloofness, and lack of desire for family life. The Lord claimed that Rukmini had failed to recognize these bad qualities in him. Now Rukmini begins to respond to all of Lord Krishna's statements. First, she responds to Sri Krishna's statement in text 11 of this chapter, Kasman no vivrishe saman. Why did you select me? I am not equal to you. Here Rukmini Devi says, yes, yes, yes. We are not equal. For no one can be equal to you, Krishna. You are Asamurdva, you are Bhagavan. Ekela Ishvara Krishna Rasamabhritya. Srila Vishwanath Chakra Thakur further points out that in her extreme humility, now see, humility is very important for all of us devotees. Sri Rukmini Devi is teaching us real humility. In her extreme humility, Sri Rukmini Devi is identifying herself with Lord Krishna's external energy. Even though she is internal energy, she is identifying herself with the external energy. Prakrit Gun. He's saying, I've got Prakrit Gun, material qualities, which in fact is her expansion. Rukmini being the goddess of fortune. This is her humility. Text 35. Rukmini Devi continues speaking to Krishna. Satyam bhayadiva gunebhya urukramantaha shete samudra upalam banamatra atma nityam kad indriya ganai krita vigrahastvam त्वत्सेवकय नृपपदम vidhutam tamondham. Yes, my lord Urukrama, whose activities are very great, you lay down within the ocean as if afraid of material modes, and thus in pure consciousness you appear within the heart as a super soul. You are always battling against the foolish material senses, and indeed even your servants reject the privilege of royal dominion, which leads to the blindness of ignorance. Wow, amazing. What a beautiful verse Rukmini Devi is saying. She's completely turning the tables on Krishna. Purport. In text 12, Lord Krishna said, Rajabhyo bhibyatah subhru samudram sharanam gatan. Out of fear of the kings, I have taken shelter in the ocean. Here, Srimati Rukmini Devi points out that the actual rulers of this world are the gunas. They are the actual rulers of the world. Because this world is gunamai. Daiviyesha gunamai. The material modes of nature are the real rulers of this world, which impel all living beings to act. We are acting according to the modes of material nature. We have seen in Bhagavad Gita as it is. Srila Prabhupada shows us that painting where we are like puppets moving around, and who is pulling the strings? The gunas. The modes of material nature are pulling the strings. So, the modes of material nature impel all of us to act. Therefore, in the Gayatri Mantra, we say Guru Prachodayat, Gaura Prachodayat, Ananga Prachodayat. That may Guru, Gauranga, and Krishna Prachodayat, may they impel me to act. May they inspire me to act. May I not be inspired by the material modes to act, but may Guru, Gauranga, Gopinath inspire me to act. So, Shri Rukmini Devi is saying, in this material world, the real rulers are the three modes of material nature. It is the modes of material nature that make us act. Karana Guna Sangasya Sadasadyoni Janmashu. It is Guna Sangasya. It is association with the modes that makes us act. Prakriti Kriyamanani Gunai Karmani Sarvasha. Ahankara Vimudhatma Kartahamiti Manyate. It is actually the Prakriti Guna that carry out everything. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur points out that because Lord Krishna fears that his devotee will come under the influence of the material modes of nature and become entangled in sense gratification, he enters the internal ocean of their hearts, where he remains as the omniscient super soul. Upalambhana Matra Atma. Krishna is in the ocean of our heart as a super soul. Thus, he protects his devotees. See, Rukmini is so poetic. The word Upalambhana Matraha also indicates that Lord Krishna is the object of meditation for his devotees, the Lord in the heart. In text 12, Lord Krishna also said, Balavad bhi krita dveshan. We created enmity with the powerful. Here, Srimati Rukmini Devi points out that it is the material senses which are actually powerful in this world. The Balavan Indriya Gramai. The Indriya are powerful in this world, not the powerful kings like Jarasan. They are puppets. They are slaves of their own senses. The Supreme Lord has taken up the battle against sense gratification on the part of his devotees, and thus he is constantly trying to help the devotees in their struggle for spiritual purity. When the devotees become free of unwanted material habits, the Lord reveals himself to them. Cheto Darpana Marjanam is required so that we can see Krishna, and it is very difficult to do Cheto Darpana Marjanam, but Krishna comes in the form of Shri Krishna Sankirtanam, which makes it very easy. Therefore, it is said Param Vijayate. Shri Krishna Sankirtan will Param Vijayate, will be victorious in giving us Cheto Darpana Marjanam and Krishna Prem, where Nayanam Galadashru Dharaya, Vadanam Gadgadruddhaya will happen. So Krishna is helping the devotees free from material habits, and then they can see Krishna. Then Krishna will be revealed. Hridaya Vishaya Chhadiya Kabe Shuddha Habe Man, Tabe Ame Heribo Shri Vrindavan. Then we will be able to see Krishna in Vrindavan. And then the eternal loving relationship between Lord Krishna and his devotees becomes an irrevocable fact. Hridantasto hi abhadrani vidhunoti surit satam. When the heart becomes purified, then we are able to understand Krishna. In the same verse, Krishna stated, Tyakta nirpasanan. We renounce the royal throne. But here, Srimati Rukmini Devi points out that the position of political supremacy in this world usually implicates so-called powerful leaders in darkness and blindness. As the saying goes, power corrupts. Thus, even the Lord's loving servants tend to shy away from political intrigue and power politics. Lord himself, being completely satisfied in his own spiritual bliss, would hardly be interested in occupying mundane political positions. Thus, Srimati Rukmini Devi correctly interprets the Lord's actions as evidence of his supreme transcendental nature. So beautiful. She is saying that power corrupts, therefore the devotees are also akinchan and Krishna is also akinchan. They are not interested in these material things. Text 36. Tvatpada padma makaranda jushamuninam vartma sputam nripashubher nanu durvibhavyam yasmadalaukikamive hitam ishwarasya bhumam stave hitamatho anuye bhavantam. Your movements, inscrutable even for sages who relish the honey of your lotus feet, are certainly incomprehensible for human beings who behave like animals. And just as your activities are transcendental, O all powerful Lord Krishna, so too are those of your own followers. Hari Bol. She is glorifying Krishna and Krishna devotees and says Krishna is inscrutable even for the sages. Even great sages cannot understand Krishna. Mam tu vedana kaschana. Tvat pada padma makaranda jusham muni namu. Those who are like honeybees drinking the honey nectar from the lotus feet of Krishna. Even they cannot fully understand Krishna. Certainly, Krishna is inconceivable for the human beings who behave just like animals. Just like animals. For us, Krishna is durvibhavyam, impossible to comprehend. He is alaukik. Krishna is alaukikam. He is supramundane. Ishwarasya, all powerful. His activities, ihitam, are inconceivable. Purport. Here Queen Rukmini replies to Lord Krishna's statement in text 13 that you will suffer with me because I have uncertain behavior. I have taken a path that is not approved by society. In the present verse, Shri Rukmini Devi is taking the term aloka patham to mean unworldly path. Those who are entangled in worldly behavior are trying to enjoy this world more or less like animals. Even if such people are culturally advanced, they should simply be considered sophisticated, polished animals. Ahara nidra bhayamaithunamscha samanametat pashubhir naranam. They're animals. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Even if they may be very sophisticated. Srimati Rukmini Devi points out that because Lord Krishna's activities are always transcendental, they are aspashta or unclear to ordinary people. And even the sages trying to know Lord Krishna cannot perfectly understand these activities. Text 37. Nishkinchano nanubhava nayatosti kinchet yasmai balim balibhujo piharant ajadya natva vedant ashutripo natakam adhyatantha preshto bhavan balibhujam apite pitubhyam. You possess nothing because there is nothing beyond you. You are akinchan because you don't have to possess anything. You are everywhere. Even the great enjoyers of tribute, Brahma and other demigods, pay tribute to you. Those who are blinded by their wealth and absorbed in gratifying their senses do not recognize you in the form of death. But to the gods, the enjoyers of tribute, you are the most dear, as they are to you. Here, Rukmini Devi replies to Krishna's statement in text 14 that Krishna is saying, I have no material possessions. And similarly, I am dear to those who have no material possessions. Oh, Rukmini Devi, the wealthy people hardly worship me. Krishna had said this. Queen Rukmini begins her statement by saying, Nishkinchano nanu. You are indeed Nishkinchan. And the word kinchan means something. And the prefix nir, or as it appears nish, indicates negation. So Nishkinchan means I have nothing. Something, nothing. I have nothing. Kinchan means something, Nishkinchan means nothing. Thus, in the ordinary sense, Nishkinchan means one who does not have something. Or in other words, one who has nothing. But in the present verse, Queen Rukmini states that Lord Krishna possesses nothing, not because he is a pauper, beggar, but because Krishna himself is everything. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha matah sarvam pravartate. In other words, since Krishna is the absolute truth, all that exists is within him only. There is no second thing, something outside of Lord Krishna's existence for him to possess. For example, a man may possess a house or a car or a child or a money, but these things do not become the man. They exist outside of him. We say he possesses them merely in the sense that he has control over them. But the Lord does not merely control his creation. His creation actually exists within him. Aham sarvasya prabhava is that's what the meaning is. Mata sarvam prabhava. Everything is coming from Krishna only. Om purnam idam purnam adam. Thus, there is nothing outside of him that he can possess in a way that we possess external objects. Krishna is Purna, is complete. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains Nishkinchana in the following way. To state that a person possesses something implies that he does not possess everything. Hari Bol, so beautiful. When we say somebody possesses something, he has got $10 billion. That means he does not have $11 billion. In other words, if we say that a man owns some property, we imply that he does not own all the property, but rather some specific property. Whereas our Krishna is Bhoktaram Yagatapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwara. Krishna is the owner of all the lokas, Brahma Lok, Vaikuntha Lok, Mahesh Lok, Bhu Lok, everything. He owns everything. Therefore, like that. So, in the interest of time, we will go to the next verse, text 38. Tvam vai samasta purusharthamaya phalatma yadvanchaya sumatayo visrijanti kritsnan tesham vibho samuchito bhavata samaja pumsa striyascaratayo sukha dukkhinorna. We are the embodiment of all human goals and are yourself. Beg your pardon. Rukmini is saying, Krishna, you are the embodiment of all human goals and are yourself the final aim of life. Vasudeva Paragati. Desiring to attain you, O all-powerful Lord, intelligent persons abandon everything else. It is they who are worthy of your association. The intelligent person who gave up everything, the sannyasis. Not men and women absorbed in the pleasure and grief resulting from their mutual lust. Here, Rukmini Devi is refuting Krishna's statement that marriage and friendship is proper between two equal people in terms of their wealth, their birth, their influence, physical appearance, everything else, capacity for good progeny. And it should never be between a superior and inferior. In fact, now Rukmini is saying, in fact, only those who have given up all such material conceptions of birth, wealth, children, physical appearance, those who have given up such material conceptions of sense gratification and have taken exclusively to Lord Krishna's loving service can understand who their real friend and companion is, Lord Shri Krishna himself. Hari Bol. So she's saying that all these concepts should be negated. They don't matter. Matter doesn't matter. Spirit matters. Text 39. Tvamyasta danda munibhir gatitanubhava atmatmadascha jagatam iti me vritosi hitva bhavad bhruva udirita kala vega dhvasta shisho cha bhavana kapatin kutonye. Knowing that great sages who have renounced the sannyasis danda proclaim your glories, that you are the supreme soul of all the worlds, and that you are so gracious that you give away even your own self. I choose you as my husband, I chose you as my husband, rejecting Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the rulers of heaven, whose aspirations are all frustrated by the force of time, which is born from your eyebrows. What interest then could I have in any other men, any other suitors? This is Queen Rukmini's refutation to Lord Krishna's statement in text 16, where Krishna says, Bhikshu bhi shlaghita mudha. I am glorified only by beggars. But Rukmini Devi points out that those so-called beggars are actually sages in the Paramhamsa stage of life who have even given up the sannyas danda. Paramhamsas. Lord Krishna also made two specific accusations against his wife. He said, Vaidarbhi etad avidnyaya. My dear Vaidarbhi Rukmini, you were not aware of the situation. Avidnyaya. And Tvaya dirgha samikshaya. Because you lack foresight. Dirgha Samiksha, you are not far-sighted. In the present verse, Shri Rukmini's statement, Iti me vritosi, indicates I chose you as my husband because you possess the above mentioned qualities. It was not a blind choice at all. You have all these qualities, great qualities. Therefore, I chose you. Rukmini further mentions that she passed over lesser personalities like Brahma, Shiva, and the rulers of heaven because she saw that even though materially speaking they are great personalities, they are frustrated by the powerful waves of time which emanates from the eyebrows of Lord Krishna. Kalosmi, time comes from Krishna. Therefore, far from lacking foresight, Rukmini chose Lord Krishna after an exhaustive appraisal of the entire cosmic situation. Thus, she lovingly rebukes her husband here. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur interprets Rukmini's words, her mood as follows. My dear husband Krishna, your accusation that I lack foresight indicates that you did not know of my deep insight into the situation. Actually, I chose you because I knew of your true glories. Text 40. Jadyam vachas tava gadagrajayastu bhupan vidravya sharanga ninadena jaharthamantvam simho yatha swabalimisha pashun swabhagam tebhyo bhayadyad udadhim sharanam prapannaha. My Lord Krishna, as a lion drives away lesser animals to claim his proper tribute, you drove off the assembled kings with the resounding twang of your Sharanga bow and then claimed me, your fair share. Thus, it is sheer foolishness, my dear Gadagraja, the elder brother of Gada, Krishna, for you to say you took shelter in the ocean out of fear of those kings. You were not afraid of those kings. In fact, you defeated all of them. You have to read this purport. In text 12 of this chapter, Lord Krishna said, Rajabhyo bibhyata subhru samudram sharanam gatan. Terrified of those kings like Shishupal, Jarasandh, Rukmi, I took shelter in the ocean. According to the Acharyas, Lord Krishna finally provoked Rukmini's anger by glorifying other men who might have been her husband. And thus, in an agitated mood, she here tells him that she is not ignorant, but rather that he had spoken foolishly. She states, like a lion, you abducted me in the presence of those kings and drove them away with your Sharanga bow. So it is simply foolishness to say that out of fear of those same kings, you went to the ocean. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, as Queen Rukmini Devi spoke these words, she frowned and cast angry, sidelong glances at the Lord. So Krishna's desire to see Rukmini angry is also fulfilled. Text 41. Yadvanchayandripa shikhamana yonga vainya jayantana hushagaya aikyapatyam Rajyam vrisijya vivishur vanamambujaksha sidanti te nupadavim ta iha sthita kim. Wanting your association, the best of kings like Anga, Vainya, Jayanta, Nahush, Gaya, and others abandoned their absolute sovereignty and entered the forest to seek you out. They went to the forest to get you. How could those kings suffer frustration in this world, O lotus-eyed one? Purport. Here Queen Rukmini refutes the ideas put forth by Krishna in text 13. In fact, Srimati Rukmini Devi repeats Lord Krishna's own words. The Lord said, Asthita padavim subhru praya sidati yoshita. Women who follow my path generally suffer. Sidati means suffer. Sidanti, yoshita means women. Here Rukmini Devi says, Sidanti te anupadavim ta ihasthita kim. Why should those fixed on your path suffer in this world? She gives the example of many great kings who renounced their powerful sovereignty to enter the forest, where they performed austerities and worshipped Lord Krishna intensely, desiring his transcendental association. Thus, according to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Srimati Rukmini Devi here intends to tell Sri Krishna, quote, You have said that I, a king's daughter, am unintelligent and frustrated because I married you. But how can you accuse all these great enlightened kings of being unintelligent? They were the wisest of men. Yet they gave up everything to follow you, O Krishna, and were certainly not frustrated by the result. Indeed, they achieved the perfection of your association. Paramo labho uttama shloka darshanam. Text 42. Kanyam shrayeta tava pada saroja gandham आग्राय सन्मुखरितं जनतापवर्गं लक्ष्मी आलय लक्ष्मी आलयम् अविगणय गुणालयस्य मार्त्या सदोरुभयमर्थ विविक्त दृष्टिः. The aroma of your lotus feet, which is glorified by great saints, awards people liberation and is the abode of Goddess Lakshmi. What woman would take shelter of any other man after savoring that aroma? Param Deshtvani Vartate. Since you are the abode of transcendental qualities, what mortal woman with the insight to distinguish her own true interest would disregard that fragrance and depend instead on someone who is always subject to terrible fear? Purport. In text 16, Lord Krishna claimed that he was Gunayar Hina, bereft of all good qualities. To refute this claim, the devoted Rukmini Devi here states that Lord Krishna is Gunalaya. He is the abode of all good qualities. In a single moment, the so-called powerful men of this world can be reduced to utter helplessness and confusion. Indeed, destruction is the inevitable fate of all powerful masculine bodies. The Lord, however, has an eternal spiritual body that is omnipotent and infinitely beautiful, and thus, as Queen Rukmini argues here, how could any sane, enlightened woman take shelter of anyone but the Supreme Lord, Krishna? This is a lesson for all of us that we should put our faith in Krishna. We should invest in Krishna. Suridam Sarva Bhutanam. He is our true friend. Text 43. Tam tvanurupamabhajam jagatamадhisham atmanamatra cha paratra cha kamapuram syanme tavangriraraṇam stribhir brahmanantya yo vai bhajantamupayat anritapavargah. Because you are suitable for me, I have chosen you, the Master and Supreme Soul of all the worlds, who fulfill our desires in this life and the next. May your feet, which give freedom from illusion by approaching their worshipper, give shelter to me, who have been wandering from one material situation to another. Rukmini is saying, I have been going from one material situation to another, but I have chosen you because you are the Supreme Master, you are the Supreme Soul of all the worlds, who is Kalpataru, who is fulfilling all the desires. Kama Puram, you fulfill all the desires in this life and the next. May your feet give me shelter, Rukmini is saying. Text 44. Tasya surachyutanripa bhavatopadishta Strīnām griheshu kharagoshva vidala bhrityah yat karnamulamari karshananopayayad yushmat katha mridavirincha sabhasu gita. O infallible Krishna, let each of the kings you named become the husband of a woman whose ears have never heard your glories, which are sung in the assemblies of Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. After all, in the households of such women, these kings live like asses, oxen, dogs, cats, and slaves. Haribo. Just like Yamraj says to Yamdutas in the 6th canto, that go and bring me those people whose heads have never bowed down in front of Lord Krishna, whose tongues have never chanted Krishna Nam, whose ears have never heard the glories of Krishna Nam. Similarly, Shri Rukmini Devi is saying, let those women marry those kings like Jarasan, Shishupal, and others Shalva and others, let those women marry these kings who have never heard your glories. Because if someone hears about your glories, then they will never give their heart to such materialistic people who are atheists. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur adds that such kings are like asses because their wives sometimes kick them, like dogs because they behave inimical towards outsiders in order to protect their homes, and like cats because they eat the remnants left by their wives. Text 45. त्वक्ष्मश्रुरोमनकक्लेशपिनद्धमन्तर् मांसास्थिरक्तकृमिविट् कफपित्तवातं जीवच्छवं भजति कान्तमतिर्विमूढा याते पदाब्जमकरन्दमजिग्रहति स्त्री अजिग्रहति स्त्री. A woman, Stree, who fails to relish the fragrance of the honey of your lotus feet becomes totally befooled, and thus she accepts as her husband or lover a living corpse covered with skin, whiskers, nails, head hair, and body hair, and filled with flesh, bones, blood, parasites, feces, mucus, bile, and hair. Here, Lord Krishna's chaste wife Shri Rukmini Devi makes a quite unequivocal statement about material sense gratification based on the physical body. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments as follows on this verse, quote, on the authority of the statement, Savai Pati Syad Akuto Bhayaswayam. Indeed, he indeed should become one's husband who can remove all fear. Because it said, Guru na satsya, Swajana na satsya, Pita na satsya, Janani na satsya, Deva na satsya, na Pati na satsya. Don't become a husband. Na muchyate. What is that? Na muchyate. Basically, unless and until mrityu, one can save oneself, one can save others from the cycle of repeated birth and death. Namo chayetyo samupeta mrityum. If we cannot save our dependents from the cycle of mrityu, birth and death, then one should not become these. We should not become a guru. We should not become a father, a mother, a husband, if we cannot protect them from repeated birth and death. So similarly, Rukmini is saying, he indeed should become one's husband who can remove all fear. Akuto Bhayaswayam. Shri Krishna is the real husband. He is Abhay Charana. Shri Krishna is the real husband for all women at all times. He is the Purush. We are all Prakriti. Thus, a woman who worships someone else as her husband simply worships a dead body. Text 46. Ast ambujakshmamate charananuraga atman ratasya maicha natirikta drishte yar asya vridhaya upatara jyoti matro mamikshase taduhanaha paramanukampa. O lotus-eyed one, though you are satisfied within yourself and thus rarely turn your attention towards me, please bless me with steady love for your lotus feet. It is when you assume a predominance of passion in order to manifest the universe that you glance upon me, showing me what is indeed your greatest mercy. In text 20 of this chapter, Lord Krishna stated, as always satisfied within ourselves, we care nothing for wives, children, and wealth. Here, Rukmini Devi humbly replies, yes, you take pleasure within yourself, you are Atmaram, and therefore you rarely look at me. But she's saying that please bless me so that I can have steady love for your lotus feet. Rukmini Devi has such a nice mood of bhakti. Text 47. Naivalikam aham manne vachaste madhusudana ambaya evahi prayaha kanyaya syadrati kvache. Actually, I don't consider your words false, O Madhusudan. Quite often, an unmarried girl is attracted to a man. Hare Krishna. Quite often, an unmarried girl is attracted to a man, as in the case of Amba. Purport. Having refuted everything, Lord Krishna said, Shri Rukmini Devi, in a gracious frame of mind, now praises the truthfulness of Krishna's statements. In other words, she accepts that Lord Krishna used her as an example to elucidate ordinary female psychology. The king of Kashi had three daughters, Amba, Ambalika, and Ambika. And Amba was attracted to Shalva. This story is narrated in the Mahabharata, text 48. व्यूढायाश्चापि पुंश्चल्या मनोभ्येति नवं नवं बुधो सतीं न बिभ्र्यात्तां बिभ्रद् उभयच्युतः. The mind of a promiscuous woman, pumschalya, the mind of a promiscuous, lusty woman, always hankers for navam navam, new lovers, even if she is married. An intelligent man should not keep such an unchaste wife, for if he does, he will lose his good fortune both in this life and the next. He will become chut, he'll fall down. Text 49. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Sad etat Shrotrukamaistvam Rajaputri Pralambhita Mayoditam Yad Anvatha Sarvam Tat Satyam Evahi. The Supreme Personality of Lord Krishna said, O saintly Lady Rukmini, O princess, we deceived you only because we wanted to hear you speak like this. Indeed, everything you said in reply to my words is most certainly true. Text 50. Yan yan kamaya se kaman may akamaya bhamini santi ekanta bhaktaya stava kalyani nityada. Whatever benedictions you hope for in order to become free of material desires are ever yours, O fair and noble lady, for you are my unalloyed devotee. He's addressing Rukmini Devi as Kalyani, auspicious one. Text 51. So Rukmini Devi prayed that bless me that I have steady devotion for your lotus feet. Krishna is saying all that you prayed for is yours. Tathastu. 51. Upalabdham pati prema pati vratyam chate naghe yad vakyais Chalyamanaya nadhirmay apakarshita. O sinless one, I have now seen firsthand the pure love and chaste attachment you have for your husband. Krishna is telling Rukmini. Now I have seen how attached and what pure love you have for me. Even though shaken by my words, your mind could not be pulled away from me. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur quotes the following verse describing the pure love between Rukmini and Krishna. Sarvatha dhvamsarahitam sati api dhvamsakarane yadbhava bandhanam yuno saprema parikirtitaha. My dear friends, this verse that Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is quoting is quoted by Srila Rupa Goswami also. This is the definition of love. If we want prem paribhasha, saprema parikirtita. What is called prem? This is the definition. So listen carefully. When the affectionate bond between a young man and a young woman can never be destroyed, even when there is every cause for the destruction of that relationship, the attachment between them is said to be pure love. Sarvatha dhvamsha rahitam. It is never destroyed. Satyapi dhvamsa karane. Even though there is reason for destruction of that relationship. Yad bhava bandhanam yono saprema parikirtita. Then that relationship, which is never destroyed, never disturbed, even though there are so many reasons, that is called prem. So what we have in this world is not prem. If a husband abuses the wife will complain, the wife should complain. Sometimes they seek divorce. Sometimes they leave, they live separately because it is just intolerable to live. Because in this world, these are only relationships of affection. It is not love. It is not prem. It is calm. That you fulfill my desires, I fulfill your desires. We are a team. We are a husband-wife in this world means we are a team to gratify each other. You make me happy, I make you happy. You make me happy, I make you happy. You cook for me, I earn for you. You give me sense gratification, I protect you. This is the relationship between a husband and wife in this world, everywhere, without any exception. Why we get married? Why we check astrological chart? Why we get married in a good family? Because we feel she will make me happy. She will serve me. And he will take care of me. He will earn money. He will give me a stable family life. Yeah, we will have children together. The children will give us happiness. They will make us proud. We will play with them. They will take care of us in old age. Every relationship in this world is based on reciprocation. We invest, but then we expect returns. If returns are not there, the relationship becomes disturbed. But prem means ashlishya padaratam pinashtuma madarshanan marmahatam karotu yatha tatha vyadhatulam patomat prananathastu saevanambara. Whatever Krishna does, but he is my Lord, he is my master. Sarvatha dhvamsa rahitam. The relationship is never disturbed, never broken. Satyapi dhvamsa karane. Even though there are reasons to break that relationship. Yad bhava bandhanam yono sa prema parikirtita. Then that relationship which doesn't break is said to be pure love. This is the nature of the eternal loving affairs between Lord Krishna and his pure conjugal associates, headed by Srimati Radharani. Srila Rupa Goswami quotes this verse also in relationship to Radha and Krishna, text 52. Ye mam bhajanti dampatye tapasa vratacharyaya kamatmano pavargesham mohita mama mayaya. Although I have the power to award spiritual liberation, lusty persons worship me with penance and vows in order to get my blessings for their mundane family life. Such persons are bewildered by my illusory energy. The word dampatya indicates relationship between husband and wife. Lusty and bewildered persons worship the Supreme Lord Krishna to enhance their relationship, though they know he can free them from this useless attachment to temporary things. Text 53. Mam prapya manin apavarga sampadam vanchanti ye sampada eva tatpatim te manda bhaga niraye piyendranam matratmakatvat niraya susangamaha. Krishna is saying, O Supreme Reservoir of Love, unfortunate are they who even after obtaining me, the Lord of both liberation and material riches, hanker only for material treasures. These worldly gains can be found even in hell. Since such persons are obsessed with sense gratification, hell is a fitting place for them. Krishna is saying. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, one can easily obtain female association and other sense pleasures even in hell. We have practical experience that even such creatures as hogs, dogs, and pigeons have ample opportunity to enjoy sex. It is unfortunate that modern human beings who have a golden opportunity to become Krishna conscious prefer to enjoy like dogs and cats. And this goes on in the name of material progress. Text 54. Drishtya griheshwar asakrinmai tvaya kritanuvrittir bhavamochani khalaihi sudushkarasau sutaram durashisho asum bharaya nikritim jushastriya. Fortunately, O mistress of the house, O Rukmini Devi, you have always rendered me faithful devotional service, which liberates one from material existence. This service is very difficult for the envious to perform, especially for a woman whose intentions are wicked, who lives only to gratify her bodily demands, and who indulges in duplicity. Purport. Srila Jiva Goswami poses the following question. Since devotional service easily awards one liberation, isn't it possible that everyone will be liberated and the world will no longer exist? The great Acharya answers that there is no such danger, since it is very difficult for envious, duplicitous, sensuous persons to faithfully serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, And there is no shortage of such people in the world. Text 55. Natva drishim pranayidim grihinim griheshu pasyami mani niyaya swavivaha kale prapta nripanna viganaya raho haro me prasthapito dvija upashruta satkathasya. In all my palaces, I can find no other wife as loving as you, O most respectful one. When you were to be married, you disregarded all the kings who had assembled to seek your hand, and simply because you had heard authentic accounts concerning me, you sent a Brahman to me with your confidential message. Bhraturviropakaranam yudhi nirjitasya prodvaha paravani chatad vadhamakshar goshthyam dukham samutthamasahos madayogya bhitya nayavabhravi kimapite navayam jitaste. When your brother, who had been defeated in battle and then disfigured and later killed during a gambling match on Aniruddha's wedding day, you felt unbearable grief, yet out of fear of losing me, you spoke not a word. By this silence, you have conquered me. Hari Bol. Even though her brother was punished, defeated, and then later on killed, Rukmini never complained. Here, Lord Kṛṣṇa refers to an event that will be described in the next chapter. Thus, Kṛṣṇa's talks with Rukmini must have taken place after the marriage of Aniruddha. Text 57. Dutastvaya atmalabhane suvivikta mantraha prasthapito mai chirayati shunyameta matva jihasa idamangamananya yogyam tishteta tattvayvayam pratinandayamaha. When you sent the messenger with your most confidential plan, and yet I delayed going to you, you began to see the whole world as void and wanted to quit your body, which could never have been given to anyone but me. May this greatness of yours remain with you always. I can do nothing to reciprocate except joyfully thank you for your devotion. Rukmini had decided that if Kṛṣṇa doesn't come, then I will give up my life, because I cannot let this body be given to any other man. Kṛṣṇa says, I am conquered by this devotion and dedication. Text 58. Shri Shuka Uvacha Evam Saurata Samlapair Bhagavan Jagadishwaraha Swarato Ramaya Reme Naralokam Vidambayan. Shri Shukdev Goswami said to Maharaj Parikshit, and so the self-satisfied Supreme Lord Kṛṣṇa, Supreme Lord of the universe, enjoyed with the goddess of fortune Rukmini Devi, engaging her in lover talks. Saurata Samlapa. Conversations of love. And thus imitating the ways of human society. Naraloka. He enjoyed Reme in this way with his wife. The word Vidambayan means imitating and also ridiculing. Lord Kṛṣṇa acted like a husband of this world, but his pastimes are transcendental and expose the perverted nature of mundane activities aimed at bodily sense gratification. Text 59. Tathanyasam api vibhur griheshu grihavaniva asthito grihamedhiyan dharman loka gurur hari. The Almighty Lord Hari, preceptor of all the worlds. Kṛṣṇa is called Dharman Loka Guru. Kṛṣṇa is the Guru of everyone. Similarly behaved like a conventional householder in the palaces of his other queens, performing the religious duties of a family man. So Shukdev Goswami is saying, just like Kṛṣṇa just now had a pastime with Rukmini Devi, like this every day with all his 16,108 wives, he was having pastimes like this every day, different pastimes in different palaces, teasing them, enjoying them, living like a householder. This is Krishna Lila. Thus end the purports of the humble servants of His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, to the 10th canto, 60th chapter of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, entitled Lord Kṛṣṇa Teases Queen Rukmini. Hare Krishna. So today on Rukmini Dwadasi, we read this whole chapter. Thank you all of you for your association, and thank you for tolerating this long reading. May the blessings of Shri Radha Krishna be upon all of us. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granthara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Nitai Gaur